So most of you have probably been wondering, how am I entertaining myself through this whole comic pandemic thing? Yes, well, I watch a movie, but most of the time I read books. You know what they say? You never waste time when you read books. I would like to show you some of the books that I'm reading that you probably haven't read before. First off, we got a book called the StrengthsFinder series. There are 3 of them. It has an entrepreneurship, a StrengthsFinder, and StrengthsFinder's leadership, and the original StrengthsFinder 2.0. Well, basically these 3 books taught me to invest in your strength rather than to spend time trying to be better at the talent that you don't have at all. So why not work on the things that you have natural affinity for or you have natural talent for? The only downside of this book is that you have to take an online assessment test called the Don Clifton Strength Finder test, and you have only one-time access code in each book. So if you want to share it to your friends, you have to buy another book because you cannot use the code written in this book. So that I know that sucks. Next thing we have is Mentor, the Kid and the CEO by John Pace and Walter Jenkins. This book offers both life lessons and personal account that makes me remind of all the companionship that I have back in the mission and all the lessons that I've learned from them. And speaking of companionship, Screwtape Letters and Screwtape Propositos by C.S. Lewis is one of the classic masterpieces, yet very entertaining for the readers. It's one of their most engaging account of the devil and all their temptation and triumph, and the senior companion is writing to his junior companion about their plans and their training and their tactics. You know, this book makes you see a lot of things that you'd rather not see. Plus, reading this book made me feel like I'm spying on the devil and their plans. You know yourself and know your enemy, and that's the key to winning the war. Speaking of war, The Art of War by Sun Tzu, which was written 2,500 years before. This is packed with a lot of military tactics that you can write in the politics, business, and even in your everyday life. Going to classic Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451 is one of the weirdest, and I don't know, it's basically a book about people and books being burned in the future, in the author's futures, which is our past. Fahrenheit 451 is the temperature at which books are burned. For me, it transcends the dystopian universe and the setting. It sends a creepy image for all of what would happen if people don't read books anymore. After reading the book, I decided that I should watch the 1966 version of the film adaptation as well as the action adaptation by the HBO starring Michael Shannon, an Oscar award-winning, and Michael B. Jordan. Time to go to self-help books. The 7 Habits of a Highly Effective Person. Stephen R. Covey is one of the books that featured in my previous blog, but I like that it helps me to begin and end with the mind. Another mind-blowing self-help book is Malcolm Gladwell's Outliers. It helps you see opportunities and do not squander the opportunities that you have. For me, it's not just the opportunity that gives you success, it's about using that opportunity as well as using all your strength and the cultural legacy. And speaking of cultural legacy, The Mormon Way of Doing Business by Jeff Benedict is the book that I'm talking about in my previous blog. And whoever says that you cannot balance between fortune and family and business, or family or success, well, you should definitely read this book. I ordered this at Amazon and it's worth reading. Especially for those who are not of this church, this is more interesting because all informations are new and so helpful in your education, in your success, and as well as in your business pursuits. The Fred Factor by Mark Sanborns helps us to be extraordinary in our ordinary jobs, no matter how simple it is. You can have a lot of great messages from a mailman named Fred. I also buy the second book. This is Fred 2.0. These are new ideas on how to keep delivering extraordinary results. The Subtle Art of Not Giving A. I won't not say it. Okay, don't judge the book by its cover. It's actually a straightforward manner of telling the truth in front of our faces. I'm even this close to saying it is self-help book because it's so entertaining and funny, except that it's a bunch of cursing. So just pretend that you're not reading those things. But I like it, the straightness of the message without bending and twisting truth, and this self-defining age that is so suffocating. I mean, like when you browse in the fake life of the people on the internet, it's so make you feel like I don't even want to go Facebook anymore sometimes. I'm sweating right now. It doesn't have to be all positive in life. Life is not like that. Life is sometimes you have problems and you need to face with those problems and overcome those problems, and that's the key to happiness. Happiness is not getting flooded with positivity all your life. Happiness is when you overcome problem. So this book makes you feel like you challenge for more, or you want to get more problems and resolve more problems, because in that way more happiness to come in return. Yeah, I can see that reading this book will give those daily dose of truth, honesty, that every millennial should know right on this moment. This is for the people who think too much, especially for the ones thinking, why am I reading such a book with such horrible title? Speaking of stresses in life, The Mars and Venus Diet and Exercise Solution by John Gray, which is a famous author of Men Are From Mars, Women Are For Venus, differentiates what the body needs I find this more interesting than men are for Mars, men are for Mars, women are for Venus, because we live in a information flooded age, and sometimes our brains tends to get drowned. Aside from that, our relationship with other people tends us to get this book helps us to have that balance, healthy brain, healthy life, stress-free. Before you came to a point that you are having mental difficulty, this book will help you not go on that point of your life. Okay guys, that's it. That's my list of books that I'm reading throughout this quarantine time. If you are reading some books, also just comment about it below and let's talk about it. Who might know? I haven't read your book and your recommendation might make me purchase one on the bookstore online right now because I cannot go there personally. Which book among my book have you read before and why do you like it? Why do you love it? Comment about it below and share your stories. Once again, have a safe day every day in this COVID quarantine, and great news, we are almost getting over it. I hope so. Once again, this is Seasoarshots and goodbye everybody. Okay guys, thank you for watching this vlog. If you haven't subscribed yet, please don't forget to subscribe. It will help me and it will help my passion. And also you can watch the past videos that I have. I'm looking forward to